We are live. Well, welcome to the 7 o'clock talk. And tonight we're going to talk about the communication node. And I'll be very honest, I have been working the last 30 minutes trying to get these two things to talk. And with the updates and everything else, it's not talking. But hopefully I can figure out slides. You have no slides from my computer. Let's see if this is going to actually. Nope, it's not. I guess I will have to figure that out at another time. But in talking about the communication node, well, hun, that's your favorite topic. What are we talking about when we are talking about the communication node?
Hormones.
That's right.
I can be a salesman.
So we're going to look at the communication node. And so when we look at this first, and sorry that the display is going to be like this until I can figure out my electronics. This is the best I have. So we are going to be talking down in this corner here, and we're talking about the communication node. And so what that does is we are talking about the hormones and how to unlock the hormones. Tonight's going to be a little teaser about tomorrow because we're going to go into the communication node in depth, how to diagnose, how to start to put in foundational stuff that you guys can all start to do to make your happy St. Patty's Day, by the way. So that all you guys can start to lay that foundation that once again, you don't have to go to a doctor and start from scratch. And if you go to your conventional medical doctor, they don't just test your TSH and just test your what are the typical tests? It's TSH
for the hormones.
Yeah, they
so
just
you
do
get
like
a little
3.
lipid panel. Oh, specifically
Not ours.
hormones.
Not ours. The medical field.
They do. I don't know. Well, they don't. They rarely will test your hormones.
And that's why a lot of people are coming to us.
But if you need them, the 3 that is important for females is the FSH, the
LH,
testosterone, and then the estradiol.
LH if you're menstruating or want to get pregnant.
Yeah, the FSH is to test whether you're menopausal or menopausal.
So when we look at this medically, typically they test thyroid stimulating hormone, and they all say, is your thyroid up? Is your thyroid down? And that's where they leave it. And the problem with that, you guys all see Libby. The problem with that is it doesn't go deep enough. That's just that first tier of testing. And how many times have you gone out and had your thyroid tested and, it's within normal limits?
Yeah, they usually test the TSH or something on
that.
Something really basic.
And then they don't even go in and test for thyroid antibodies. They don't test for T3, T4. Some doctors do. They'll go the extra mile. But most of the time, it's not really the doctor's fault. The insurance companies dictate that, hey, if it's in normal limits, you can't go any farther. We had that one patient who we just wanted an ultrasound on his liver. And that's not even an invasive test or anything. Insurance company wouldn't go for it. And this guy had all kinds of things that were indicating, hey, physical exam on him he was orange. So as we start to go into the hormone node or the communication node actually also talks to transport, which is cardiovascular. Because if you have high CRP, if you have high blood markers, it's going to start to change the way that your hormones express themselves. Can you guys see? I was going to say, can you hear the dog drinking? That's not us. And
Everybody needs a dog. Everybody needs to go get a dog.
dogs do increase the microbiome. So I really want people to start to look at the communication node and the hormone node as a safe, a vault with 7 locks. And so this is basically your health sits behind that vault. And those 7 locks are the nodes of the matrix, and you control those nodes through the modifiable lifestyle factors, your nutrition, your sleep, all of that stuff. Sometimes you need a little help with herbs and stuff like that. And even sometimes somebody may need medical drugs. There's a time and a place for everything. There is no one way, one philosophy that's best. But the philosophy that we follow is a philosophy of try to do the natural things first because they have the least risk. They have the least side effects. I mean, if you're taking vitamins and you clean up your diet and you are getting good sleep, I mean, the only thing that happens to you is you aren't grumpy. You have better gastrointestinal bowel movements. Your stomach doesn't hurt. You don't get acid reflux. I mean, there are no negative side effects.
Well, and if one thing doesn't work, try another, because sometimes people take melatonin,
Mm-hmm.
they'll actually process it and it actually causes the problem that they're trying to help fix. And so we have another thing that's really awesome.
So, when we look at that, it says your health and wellness lie behind that vault. And do you know how to unlock? Do you know which dial to attempt first? And do you know how to work the combination? And that combination is quite literally working with the modifiable lifestyle factors. And this would have been so cool if it just popped up on your screen and you just heard my voice. I tried. So then you see the 7 nodes of the matrix. And those 7 nodes are how you start to unlock things. But the communication node is very interesting because it is a vault inside a vault. So when you look at that, the other parts of that are the adrenals. They're the thyroid. They're the hypothalamus. They're the adrenals. They're the gonads. All of those are part of this web. And you have to go into and start to treat these in order in a system. And just so you guys have some nightmare fuel and you see what I'm dealing with, once you start to go in there and you start to look at the adrenals and you start to unlock these things, that's when you get to look at the steroids. And these are your sex hormones. These are your glucocorticoids. These are the things that really make you tick. And as I said, tomorrow is when we start to really dive into this. And we're going to go over the pathways. We're going to go over the diagnoses. And we're going to go over how to start to treat these things, especially if you're at home. And we're going to go back to that PTSD mnemonic. We're going to go back to the production, the transport, the sensitivity, and the detox, because those are the things that either you're going to have good detox and you're going to have the ability to clear your estrogens, or you're going to become estrogen dominant. And it's very important that you're able to not only produce them, not only transport them, not only be sensitive to them, but to get them back out. And that's where we start to look at 5-alpha reductase and aromatase and these things that cause, in guys, estrogens to go up, in women, estrogens to go up and not be cleared. Women become androgen positive, so they start to hold more testosterone. They start to get androgenic, but that's your person that's like PCOS. And so we know how to start to insert herbs and ashwagandha and things like that into a diet so that somebody can start to actually take those issues and balance them out. Remember, the body wants to heal. The body doesn't want to hurt. The body wants to feel good. It wants to come back. Sometimes we just have to give it a little help. So I got to show this one anyway. I did not get that one on there. Let me look at my pictures. This is something to think about when you look at that picture and you see the red arrow, and it's talking about the glucocorticoids, and it's talking about inhibiting the thyroid. Those glucocorticoids are cortisol, and cortisol causes a negative feedback loop, and it starts to suppress the ability to kick out TSH. It starts to suppress active T3. And it's very important to know how to work with your body and manipulate those. But once again, that's a whole lot deeper discussion than what we have now. And also, right now, I don't have my slides, so I can't go into it even if I wanted to. Anything you would like to add to that? Clinic birthday's coming up, isn't it?
Yep, April 15th.
April 15th. And what are we doing for that? Because you just thought of some great things.
We're going to do a $27 adjustment because we've been in business 27 years, and we're going to have refreshments.
Anything else?
We might have a few surprises.
Might be a raffle everybody's interested in.
Raffle. So we're going to start raffling off tickets tomorrow. $5. And that puts you into the drawing for a micronutrient IV of your choice with glutathione added, which is about a $230 value.
So we will be doing an IV giveaway. There will be some refreshments. And we look forward to seeing you. So on April 15th, which is a Friday, that's a half a day for us. $27 adjustments, and then we will actually see you there, and the clinic will be 27 years old. Just 3 away from the big 3-0.
Yep.
Thank you all, and we hope to see you online tomorrow or in person. The clinic's going to be set up to receive people, and I will be projecting this on a big screen, and I'm going to have to think about how to record it, because evidently with the updates, this is no longer a viable option. You have a wonderful evening. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you.